Hello students, I am Ranjana Bhardwaj. Today we will study a poem in English for students of class 10 from the book First Flight. The name of the poem is How to Tell Wild Animals by Caroline Wells. The poem is a beautiful blend of information and wit as it informs the readers about how to recognize some animals in the forest. The poem contains a very important message that nature has provided all creatures with their distinctive physical and behavior traits. Each living being has his own peculiar and unique characteristic that distinguish it from the other animals. Here, students, I would like you to take a pause and introspect which unique traits do you have. Do jot them down. So, students, with this insight, refer to page number 43 of your book First Flight, which says, if ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you, you are dying. You'll know it is the Asian lion. Now, children, in this stanza, tawny means yellowish brown color. The poet is telling the readers that how they can recognize various animals in the jungles of the East. So, in the first stanza, she says that if the reader comes across an animal whose skin is yellowish brown in color, and if it roars at him so strongly that he can die out of fear, it means that he has encountered an Asian lion. She has humorously explained the Asian lion which could kill a person with its roar. The important literary devices in this particular stanza are enjambment, the continuation of a sentence to the next line, for example, and if there to tawny beast. Second, inversion, change in the format of a sentence, if there should to you advance. Third, assonance, use of vowel sound O. You should go, should to you roars. I'll move on to the next stanza. In the next stanza, it says, or if sometime when roaming round a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Why noble? The poet says that noble because a Bengal tiger is called a royal Bengal tiger and nobility stands for royalty. Now the poet in the second stanza explains an animal that roams in the jungle and belongs to a royal clan. The color of its skin is yellowish with black stripes. She says that if you notice that he kills you and eats you up, then this means that you have surely seen a Bengal tiger. This time also she has used dark humor to explain how a tiger looks like, because once a person has been eaten up by a wild animal, there is no use in determining which wild animal it is. Now in this stanza, the major literary device, inversion, change in the format of a sentence, the wild tiger to discern. Assonance, use of vowel sound O, or if sometime when roaming round. Now students, I'll move on to the next stanza. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you'll know it is a leopard. It'll do no good to roar with pain, he'll only leap and leap again. Now strolling here means walking casually, and peppered is the spots. The poet says that if you are casually walking in a jungle, you will meet an animal who has a skin with spots on it. Now this animal is so fast that it will leap on you at once, which means that it will jump on you. Now this jumping is an indication that it is none other than the leopard. Moreover, she adds that if you will cry out in pain, it is not going to be of any use, I'll keep on jumping on you. So, in this stanza, the poet has explained the characteristic of a leopard. The major literary device in this is alliteration, use of consonant sound H in the beginning of two words. He has poetic license, a liberty to the poet to change the spelling in order to create rhyme or rhythm in a poem. Thus, the use of lept, leapt, instead of leapt. The repetition use of the word lep in the last line. Assonance, use of vowel sound O, strolling forth you, whose spot do not good to roar. In the next stanza, the poet says that if when you're walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. The meaning of the word caress is a gentle touch. So, the meaning of this stanza is that if you are walking in the lawn area of your house and you meet a creature which hugs you tightly, it is a bear. She further adds that if you are still in doubt regarding the animal, the easiest way is that he will keep hugging and touching you very gently. This act of his will make you sure about his identity. You will come to know that it is a bear. The literary devices in this stanza are enjambment, continuation of a sentence to the next line. If you were walking to a creature there, assonance, use of the vowel sound E, meet a creature there. In the next stanza, which says, though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyena come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Distinguish here means differentiate. Beast of prey is any animal that hurts other animals for food. Novice is someone new to a job, and nonplus here means to be confused. So the poet says that for someone who is new to the job of recognizing animals, it will be like a puzzle to recognize animals that hunt other animals for their food. So here the poet tries to help out the readers by telling the difference between the two animals. He says that hyenas will be smiling, whereas if it is a crocodile, it is always in tears. Both of these animals are dangerous. The rhyme scheme of this particular stanza is ABC, BCC. The major literary device is enjambment, continuation of sentence to the next line, though to distinguish, to might nonplus, the crocodile, to hyena thus. Last stanza of the poem says, the true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all, and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. The poet says that the next is the chameleon, which is a small creature. It looks like a lizard, but the difference between the two is that chameleon does not have ears and wings. Moreover, he says that chameleon has the ability to change its color according to the surface on which it is sitting. Therefore, if